Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. It's been a few days since we played this game, but we're going to get back into it. Um, I've been itching to actually stream for a little bit. I haven't touched it since we last left off. But anyway, how's everybody doing this morning? Let me know that you're in here. Let me know that you're watching. If you're a returner, how you been? If you're somebody new, how's it going? And yeah, this is going to be my third part to Parasite Eve 1. I was about to say 2. Yeah, Parasite Eve 1. It's my third playthrough of it. Not playthrough, part. It's my first playthrough, third part. Right now, just to catch you up with where we have been, we are just out of Central Park and we're going into day 3, I believe. I think is where we're at now. So, yeah, we pretty much have gotten the knowledge of how this is all occurring and that Aya has this same gene or whatever it is that Eve has inside of her. She just hasn't tapped into it as much as Eve has. And we're kind of seeing now that potentially there could be some relationship between both of them. Who knows? They've kind of hinted at it here and there, but yeah, we're right in the middle of the game so far. I think we're maybe I'd say about 20% in. We've done quite a bit to get to this point right now. So if you like to watch, sit here for as long as you'd like, chit chat as long as you'd like, but we're going to get into it. Might have a little technical issue here. Give me a second. Oh, that's why, yeah, I forgot we got to use the analog sticks for this game. We're actually pretty well off on ammo right now. We figured out that this P8, even though it's only a one-shot pistol, is conserving ammo a lot more just because of the damage that it does put out. Some of these other pistols take more ammo in order to create the same effect, and this P8 takes less ammo, but is also one shot. I think the way to go from here is to try to find weapons that have a lower magazine size, because I feel like the more pistol ammo, the more well, how do I say this? The more ammo in the magazine, the less damage the bullet does. You just have more. Yeah, I think you just have more potential there to crit. So if you're critting and you've got more ammo in the magazine, then more bullets is good. But if you want to be steady and just do a bunch of damage, I think the way to do this is have a lower count in the magazine. Am I making sense? Probably not. That was a long night. Sleep well? You were here all night? I told you to go away. You could have died, you know. Scientists can't believe anything without proof. It's just one of those things. Besides, what? Oh, nothing. Daniel. No traffic. This is the way it ought to be around here. Daniel. So what are you sitting around for? You've got work to do. Daniel, thanks. Alright. We're gonna need some bigger weapons. There's a gun shop over there. Let's stock up. I don't want to go back inside. Out of the way, I am. Daniel, no. Sorry, but it's the only way. Are you really a cop? We think so, but we don't have scientific proof, if that's what you're asking. Inventory is full. Well, let's figure this part of it out again. Kind of want to keep these things right here and just add them all into whatever weapon that I feel is our best one. I could put something back in that over there to at least open up another inventory slot. Gotta get rid of these keys. I think these keys are causing a problem too. And our tools, we got a lot of tools. Let's put a medicine in there for now. Club in there. Another tool, okay. No. I wonder if this one club has like a poison effect on it, if that's what that meant. I think this is it. No, we got something that's right here too. We gotta drop something though, so we'll figure out what we're gonna drop there. Well. There's another pistol there. Man, okay. Cap +1. See what this one pistol's got going for it. Just got this G19. Let's see what that is. Okay, its attack is up, range is up, bullets is up, and it's got a 3-shot to it. So what's our? Ooh, that's a heck of a difference. Supposedly, by what this is saying, is that its attack is higher, but that's yet to be seen because let's see if there's anything. No, P8's got higher damage than those two pistols. Like I was saying earlier, less is more, it feels like. We've got to find a way to start conserving ammo as well. And I think that's how we're going to be able to do it. It's by using less ammunition in the magazine. Alright, we still got one weapon. We're just going to use one of those just to be able to see what's over here, so we don't leave here with empty-handed. See, look, now I just used that and found a vest. Dang it. Okay, so that's probably going to be our I gotta get this off my ear so I can hear myself talk. This is probably going to be our better vest. Yep. Higher defense. Okay. I think what it's saying is we have to use one of these on that vest. We had 3 of those too, you know. Well, we're just going to try to get back to police station and store a shit ton of stuff. Come back to this and pick up anything that I've dropped. It's the only thing that I know know to do right now. Car. Get in the car. Okay. Yeah, buddy, I'm trying. Not sure why it's not letting me. Alright, let's go this way and see if it fixes itself. can't get anything out of this pharmacy because we don't have any inventory space. So until I drop a lot of the stuff that's in my inventory, can't get anything out of there. Hopefully this is an area that we can come back to, because Soho, yeah. Alright, so before we go too far, I'm going straight down into the armory. Wasn't thinking. Give me just one more second too. Gotta remember which room this dude's in. Yeah, we gotta store some stuff. A lot of stuff. And we're gonna move that to over here. We're gonna see if this G19 does what it says that it does. But I'm gonna hold on to the P8. And it's not letting me do it because I have it equipped. Now, we have a lot of inventory now. And we've been putting junk. In different boxes at the Central Park. Alright, I'm going to go back to Soho real quick and see if there's anything left in the pharmacy. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go back to Central Park too. We didn't really clear out Central Park. It's kind of silly that you got to do it this way, but all I'm doing is run across the wall and just tap in the button. Hopefully pick something up. It's probably going to be on this next aisle where this lighted spot's at that something's going to be there. Maybe not. Okay. And I know I dropped a med too somewhere, so we gotta go back and try to find that. I think it was over in the weapons armory or whatever. Weapon shop. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, we're gonna go right back across the street real quick. Face is itching this morning, guys. rest of this stuff can sit in here. There's nothing really that I want to be able to have. Let's sorry, man, can't get it together this morning. Let's try to get to the police station and progress the story. I think the game is kind of bugged right here, so we're going to run back this way and then come back and see if he will let me get in the car. That's how we were able to get into it last time. Yeah, that's what's going on with it. The weapons thing, we just were there. We don't need to go there. More than likely, we gotta have some kind of meeting or something here. Morning, Womps.
What are you buying?
Hey, thank you. Thank you for joining in. I think everybody's still in the bed this morning. They might have an early start to their weekend, which is okay. It's an early start to mine as well. How have you been? Doing fine. Didn't have a very eventful 4 days at my job, but that's actually a good thing. One of our viewers sent me something cool yesterday, so I made a little TikTok of that. I was hoping he would pop in so I could, again, shout him out and say thank you. Oh, I was saying that it wasn't very eventful. I patrol, so I'm a deputy in the county that I live in. We didn't really have anything go on. I don't really know where we're going right now. I feel like we should be going back here, and then somebody tells me something that's gonna allow us to progress the story, but maybe we go here? Or have I already went here? Yeah. Me neither. It's not really like a game where you find items and then like, oh, you know, the light bulb above your head goes off and you're like, oh, I gotta go here now. It's just it's more about progressing the story, and I think they might want us to go back to Central Park because that was the last place that we had something go on. Or they could want us to go back to the museum now that we've got Maida, or however you pronounce his name. Let's check Central Park. This was the last time that we had anything happen, so there might be other places now that they want to check out. Plan for this stream, guys, we're going to try to play this one for about 2 hours, and then we'll get to the bread and butter. We'll play some Resident Evil 3. It's surprising that we haven't ran into any enemies so far, because we don't need that. There we go. I was about to say, the guy just said that the park was still overrun. Change pistols. Load up on some junk while we're here as well. I think that we need that to make stuff for our weapons. This door wasn't open the last time. It might be open after we do something, but I think the only area that I need to really check is the forest where we saw a younger version of herself running around. I feel like that's the only part of the map that we didn't really go through and check very well. What's my inventory looking like right now? Got one more open slot. This is the area that I was talking about. I didn't really go through and check this very good. We have an item or two missing, or not picked up. May have cleared it. What I thought we didn't clear, I think we cleared it. So. That was probably a piece of junk that I put back in that. To the right is where I just went a second ago. Okay, well, I opened that thing up too. So I guess what we're about to do is, we can't go that way because there's a body there now. Awesome. We're just going to backtrack, go back to the main entrance, and I guess go to the museum. That'd be the only other place that I think that we could progress the story. I thought that the one guy was going to come back here and like investigate something, but I was wrong. So maybe the museum. Have him go there and talk to that other doctor that had been doing research. Well, that was a bust.
What are you buying?
Hey, thank you.
What are you buying?
Appreciate all your support, Womps. To actually go back to the police station and offload all the junk that we have. So once we leave here, that's where we're going. And then we'll go to the museum. Hey Green, it's been a minute. Yeah. I would do like the boot up to the game, but I don't know if that like would cause an issue with TikTok's like copyright or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird because excuse me. I had a part of the game that I tried to clip or whatever and then put back onto TikTok, and it was not of this game. It was of Resident Evil's 1. And or 0 was the same way actually. And I'm like, how is this part of the game able to be streamed? But then when you try to make it into a short, the guidelines like won't allow it, or it strikes it as copywritten. It's so weird. So this is Parasite Eve, of course, and the background to the story is actually really out there. But it actually falls in line with something that could potentially happen, but it's been debunked to not be able to happen just for the fact of like your mitochondria that are in your body can only produce so much heat. And so the spontaneously combusting thing and like it's sparking this evolution or whatever um, is it has happened in the past, but it hasn't happened to the point of like how this game portrays it. So um, to better explain it, so like mitochondria in the cell that you have in your body, it's like this symbiotic relationship between us and it. It has its own DNA supposedly, and so they think that a long time ago that mitochondria in the body was actually some sort of like prehistoric parasite that eventually like just began to incorporate itself into the gene of, or the not the gene but like the actual body and the actual cells of um, um, like human beings. It's weird. So more or less like the story is trying to portray that mechanic of the body, of it having this ability to like overheat itself or to create a crazy amount of energy or whatever, because they talk about how many volts of electricity that these things can create within the body. It plays upon that and tries to make it to where like there was a woman some time ago that she was able to I guess manifest this energy and manifest these abilities and stuff. She at some point dies, and then kind of like through lineage creates, I'm going to assume creates two twins, because it seems like the game is kind of alluding to that Aya has a little sister and something happened to said little sister, and now possibly like either the little sister is Eve or she's somehow connected to Eve, if that makes sense. If I discard junk, am I supposed to discard junk? Okay, yeah. Now we should be good in our inventory for a minute. Yeah, we've got like 5 open slots. I don't know how I feel about this pistol. It's like at times when it crits, it's good, but if it doesn't crit, it's not so good. We are still getting ammo back, so I mean that's okay, I guess, but let me put this P8 up. I'll put the P8 up, just open up another inventory slot. you see the comment? You talking about the mitochondria? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too understanding behind the knowledge of it all. I just can see like certain patterns within the game that have already been stated by other characters, and then also like just knowing a little bit from biology and stuff. Like, let's go to the museum. I think that maybe we can figure out something here. Well, yes and no. I went to college. Shit, I think back in been the first semester of 2009, and like which would have been my next semester in 2010. But yeah, college was a bust for me. I had a kid way too early, at 19 years old, turning 20. So I just decided to do the right thing as a parent and get out in the work field and try to take care of my kids. About the facility in the museum where Clamp is at. They really had extensive equipment there. No way, man. Anywhere but there. He should have been evacuated by now. It should be okay. Yes, that sounds good. Daniel, is that okay? I'm expecting a big tip for this. Yeah, I don't have anything against people that go to college. College is a useful tool for, I'm going to say, certain fields of expertise, but for me, I mean, I wanted to get into trying to be an art teacher, which is crazy to think of because of what I do now. But yeah, like I had a chance to go and get my art teacher's degree, whatever you want to call it, and it just got to a point where I was like, I'm not learning anything pertaining to what I'm actually going to be using. And so it just got boring. And I was like, you know what? I can go make money right now and actually have a job and be able to support myself and my family. And college is absolutely draining me dry. And I think that if I would have stayed on campus, I would have been fine, because that would have, of course, that would have changed my life completely, with where I was not going back home and being around certain people or whatever the case is. And I would have actually probably like excelled in college, because I was doing okay. Like I wasn't making bad grades or anything of that nature. It was just that, you know, getting involved with somebody that unfortunately I'm not with now and having a kid, it started off rough. So yeah, college for me just kind of fell flat. Currently enrolled. Yeah, like I don't know what you're going to be majoring in, but I hope that it all works out for you. I think that the structure of what people should be learning when it pertains to what kind of credits that they need in order to have a certain job, like that needs to be heavily looked over and changed, so it allows students to flourish. Because when you're putting too much on a student to know certain knowledge that they're never going to see again, it makes them not want to go. Um, and then two, like, it's like, why am I using my money for something that I'm never going to have in the field to study, like, or whatever that I'm doing? If it all makes sense, like, I mean, I'm not the best with words, but I just don't understand why you have to go and you have to take certain classes for things that you're never going to need again. That's all I'm trying to say. An English major? So with that, like, so if you're gonna major in English, what is your actual end goal there with college? Minor in journalism. Okay. Which you've probably done more research into it than I have or whatever, but so publishing or journalism is what you're going to college for, or able to say, like, I have a degree to be able to do this. But like, where is the business, or like, are you going to start your own thing, or are you going to try to look out for certain companies? And the reason why I said something about, like, where you're going after you get the degree is because that's the problem that I had. Your cell's completely surrounded by them. As you can see, the mitochondria, Eve, has taken over the nucleus. In similar manner, the beasts that attacked you probably experienced the same thing. Does this mitochondria really have the power to control the nucleus? Okay. Yeah, so with me, like I said, I wanted to try to get into being an art teacher. But the only place that nearby that I could see myself working was at two different schools, and neither one of them had an opening for that. So, like, I don't even know if in 2 years they would have been able to take me on. The art teacher that I had in high school or whatever, she was getting close to retirement, but the last time that I went to like a ball game or whatever out there to just kind of patrol and everything else, like with the other SROs, to make some overtime money, like, she was still teaching. So it's like, damn, like, I would have been waiting for like 7 or 8 years and still nothing. I mean, there's other stuff I could have done, like computer imaging class, like that computer imaging class. That was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, like when I found my spot, I mean, I haven't had any issues working at the job I've been working at now, and I never knew that I was going to be in that position until I started working at other jobs that kind of became dead end, and then the one that I worked at and I thought that I was going to be able to move up through, they turned around and they closed their doors a year later. And so when I saw the writing on the wall and that coming, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to waste my time working at a job that I know is not going to be here in a year or is not going to allow me to try to progress in it. And so when I got into law enforcement, like, it was just a steady climb. And yeah, I kind of at a plateau right now, but there are times that I could go higher if I wanted to. But I'm just kind of like, I'm good. I'm at this point in my life right now, even though it's a job that's let's just say it doesn't pay what I think that it should. It's still like a steady job that I know that I can at least wake up in the morning, go to every day. It's not going to go anywhere. Yes, there's dangers involved with it or whatever, but 95% of the time, it's just steady. So, yeah, I know that I can't really relate to you in what you're trying to do, but I mean, if you can find that kind of steadiness that I have, then with whatever that your degree is in, I wish you the best of luck. I'm in my 30s. This has got to be like her mom or somebody had to have been some kind of related or had some sort of relationship. This is just where I'm thinking this is going. Her mom had to have some sort of relationship with the person who was like the first one to like activate this thing. The person that Maida or whatever was talking about that was like over in Japan. She had to have some sort of relationship with that character in the story somehow. I'm going to say that this is just me looking at it from foreshadowing right now. I think that, all right, I think that the original person that had this issue go on, I think that she is somehow related to Aya's mother because Aya's mother supposedly passed away. And Aya has, I'm going to assume, a twin because of the way that it's being portrayed. So if Aya's twin is Eve, that makes sense. But how is Aya's twin Eve is the question. That's the part that I don't understand yet. So, our what? Our okay. That that's. I mean, we were on track to figuring that out, so I'm not like real upset about the spoiler, but like I just didn't realize that Aya had died too. I knew that there was something that happened with the sister and the mother because that's already been explained. So, did like she die but her mitochondria like brought her back to life or something? Early. I got a coworker that'll really throw you for a loop. She looks like she's in her 20s and she's 40. And she's a very knowledgeable person, but she honestly has this personality of a ditzy 18-year-old. It's funny. Like everything on the spectrum for her personality and like who she is, it's just weird. Like she's 40, she looks like she's in her 20s, she acts like she's 18. So, and she makes her own little TikToks of of her like crocheting stuff. It's funny. So she's doing stuff that she should be doing as like you feel as a 60-year-old, but she's doing it now at 40. I don't really watch movies too much, but if you want your Halloween Rudolph, something that I could watch every single year around this time, I really like the movie Trick or Treat. I liked how that movie was able to make all of the stories that it was telling all fit into each other. I wish they would do another one. He reminds me like so much of Barrett from Final Fantasy VII. Like his character is just a modern day version of that guy. What are you talking about for Halloween this year? That's cool. Okay. So the only place I think we can go now is back to the PD. I don't see us being able to go back and do anything in Soho. It was an HLA type listing. It's a list to see whether organs will be rejected when transplanted. Why the hell are Ben and Lorene on the list? It was a list of people with matching HLA types, so damn, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna, or hold up, guys. Give me like 1 second. Alright, I'm sorry. I'll take care of something real quick. I don't know what I'm going to be going to Halloween as this year. I got 4 kids, so they're yeah. They're going to probably be whatever you can think of, but I don't have any plans to be like a character, if that's. This was a locker. I wonder if this one locker that was previously locked is open now. Probably have to get somebody's key off of them. Yeah, it's still locked. So somebody's got a key. This is probably the time that we get that key. Yeah, it's like a combination of Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, and Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story had this same kind of like battle system to where you have this area of effect that kind of swells around you, and then you just determine how you want to attack within that. It's got a good story. Like, that's the only reason that I wanted to come back and play it is because I never got to finish it. Should have known that was going to happen. There's not too many places that they can have enemies because of the way the corridors are set up. Long time ago, and I didn't ever beat Dead Island. Dead Island, me and the boys played that shit 2007, 8, somewhere in there. That's been a long time ago, man. Yeah, we got so far into it, and I think we had more priority in Borderlands or Borderlands 2. I think it was Borderlands 2. I think Borderlands 2 was out at the time that Dead Island was, and so we were more interested in that. Favorite video game movie adaptation? Yeah, it'd probably be a good game to go back and play. It's kind of one of those that I'd rather play with, because I feel that game was made to play with others. RZ franchise, even though nothing like the games. Resident Evil? What's RZE? Oh yeah, I was just making sure too. What is this auto? Uses medicine when HP is low. Seems like it's a good effect. There hasn't been too many games that I can think of that have had a movie adaptation that I've watched, though. It's a problem. Like Resident Evil, the original Resident Evils, I thought were okay, but the longer that series progressed, it just kind of started getting a little bit out there. Because they started taking, I think, too much inspiration from what current Resident Evil was out at the time, and it really didn't hit the mark. But I will say that what he's talking about right now, The Last of Us, I haven't seen that yet, but from what I've heard from everybody else, that they did that one really well. The Witcher, as long as the one guy was in there, I've heard it was really good too, but I don't know. So what's the benefit to using this thing? It doesn't have like any attributes that are higher than what I'm currently using. It's got one more bullet. That's it. I'll agree. I haven't seen it yet, but like from what I heard from I can't talk today, guys. I got a stutter going on. Can't finish my words. I feel like I'm somebody that's had a stroke. All right. What I was trying to say is from what I have seen from reviews, that what Atlas just said about them breaking it into two movies would have been the better option for that movie. Made the mansion event and the RC event happen at the same time, which was one of the problems. Yeah, it's like I feel that when movie directors these days like get a concept or whatever, they try to put a bunch of fan service things into films without thinking of the overall effect of the story when they do that. And I would rather, if I was a movie director, create something that I know is going to be like suspenseful and lore telling, and then leave it at a cliffhanger and make another movie to be able to like have the full experience there to follow up. But yeah, there's too many times that I can recall now where people will just cram so much stuff into a movie that it just makes it not worth watching. Either that or the first movie will be good and the second one will be ass. What? Dude, this little thing's got me backed up in this corner. I gotta heal and get out of here. Yeah, we're taking damage. The little fire thing that it's doing is effective. Ah! Is full. Man, we got a lot of medicines right now. I'm just gonna use one real quick. So we're at that. We need to. We'll use our med ones first. We'll use a med 2. There we go, that's close enough. Storage key. I wonder what that's for, if it's for one of the rooms downstairs. Which I would assume is what it's for. Bro, if I did, thank God. Alright, so my kids are bad about like running in and out all day, and these little flies down here in the south, man, they are so bad. Gotta get out of this. That's not a bad little thing then. That ability that's on my armor right now that allows me to use meds when you get low health, it's pretty cool. Cure M. What is that? Alright, we're gonna save and go back downstairs to do... No, never mind. We're gonna offload some stuff down here with one guy. See if this key works for the door that I think that it works for. And then we'll come back up here and save. And I should have known this was gonna happen. Alright. As long as I'm hitting crits, these things go down with one magazine, which ain't bad. Alright, we're coming up on our 2-hour mark that I was shooting for Parasite Eve. I think that once we complete this, that's where we'll stop and we'll go play Resident Evil or something. Actually, I got a real urge to play Onimusha. I really want to get into that one. It's more... more action-oriented is what I was trying to think of. Oh, we can't do none of this right now. We gotta drop some. Okay. I need a chill pill, and I need my brain to say the words that I am trying to say right now. It's irritating. Every time that I go to say something, I'm like at the end of the words because I can't think straight. I got one for you. Earlier, Green, you asked, like, what game has been made into a good movie? I don't know necessarily about a movie, but an anime that has done extremely well, in my opinion, is Castlevania. I watched that the other day, and the whole time was thinking, like, there is nothing better that I have seen, both animated and, like, so animation, storytelling, and voice acting. I don't know if there's anything out there right now that, especially dubbed, that I can compare that show to. If it's not something that's been on your list or something that you haven't watched, definitely go watch Castlevania. It's awesome. was pistol ammo. To me, it looked like something else. Oh, we gotta save. Whew. Good thing that I remember before I walked up that hallway. I saw that thing too. Yeah, the firetails have been a menace. So Atlas, the other day I got thinking about like merch, if I ever got to that extent. And I want to make like little characters for each one of the colors for the Resident Evil like statuses or whatever. And so we've got the names down. We've got the for red we've got Stranger Danger or Danger. No, it was the Danger Stranger. For orange, of course, we got Orange Menace. For yellow, we've got the Yellow Mellow Fellow, or the Mellow Fellow. And then for green, we got to do something. But for purple, we got the Purple Nurpler. So what are we going to do for green? Green's got to have something too. But I want to make like these little characters that all look like they're just hanging out like on a t-shirt. Up with. Hey, there's a locker key. I knew it was somewhere. Oh shit. I don't recall this. I know I haven't played this since like early 2000s, but I don't remember fighting this dude. Must not have came this way. Is our inventory full again? Jesus, man. Trying to save all these modifications for when like we get to in-game territory and we can actually like just drop a bunch of good stuff on whatever the best weapon and best armor is. I don't think the game is meant to be played like that, but I'm kind of thinking in the mentality of Resident Evil that you save all of your higher damage weapons and stuff like that until the end. Well, we're not gonna not pick up the junk because we're gonna need it for modifications. So let me run this back in here. I wonder if there was something that I got if I would have beat the monster with Torres's pistol. Oh yeah, we got the locker key too. Forgot about that. So after this, we're going to go back upstairs and I guess try to fight Shiva. That trading card will be back, or have to go back downstairs for that one guy. So we'll save one more time. Make sure that we have a spot to come back to in case this thing kills us for some reason. Alright, we're about at the Shiva fight. I don't know if I gotta go to the left or go straight ahead. Try to make sure that I clear out this top part before we go into that fight though. I may have figured out this gun. As long as you're like super close to stuff, it does critical damage. Hopefully this is not the way. Hopefully it's that door that's ahead of us. Nope, that is the way. That's going to be the way. You can definitely tell by the way the hallway's angled and the stuff on the ground. So let's go in here real quick. Clear this room out. Doesn't look like there's anything here though. gonna assume this is like a autopsy room. Again, like, random encounters are crazy. Kill stuff in the hallway, come back to it, and then they're back again. Ooh, they've got me stuck here. I gotta kill something. Yeah, I'll agree. Like, they did a really good job with the audio and the music. Alright, time to kill poor old Shiva. Boss fight time, yep. Thank you. I don't know which head we gotta take out first. I'm just trying to get one of them, I guess, to where it'll stop attacking. I might have to take out the heads that are on the side first, and then the one that's on the bottom is the main one. Let's see what happens if I shoot the heads on the side. Or here, I know what I can do. Just keep running that way I am. I think we need a scan. Health unknown. Damn. Sensitive to heat. I don't think I have anything with fire damage. And it just healed. Wow. Taking damage off of that. Ah. Is that one down? Did we get it? Hope we did. That right there is the problem, that thing that it does. Okay, so it looks like those... Yeah, it looks like that head is dead. That head might be dead now too. So we might have one head left. Or I think my revives. No, my revives are still there. My meds are being auto-used by the armor that I have on, which is good. And there we go. Heck yeah. So here's what I want to do. After we get through with this part of it, and later on today, I'm actually going to look up and see like what weapon combinations we need to start working towards, because I've got enough tools and I've got enough weapons right now that we can disassemble and make certain things out of. And I haven't done any of that yet. So it's about time that we start upgrading our weapons into stuff that could actually help us with boss fights and other enemies. The S&P 5K came in clutch. Did its job. Hey, here we go. Day 4. Yes, we're going to save our progress. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. Y'all give me about 10-15 minutes. I will be back on here. We'll be playing Resident Evil 3, catching back up from that playthrough that we did the other day. Womps, I appreciate everything that you sent me today. It's going towards a good cause, so I can upgrade my little setup that I have here. We've got right now in my PayPal account close to like, I know it's not a big deal, but it's close to like $16-17. So that's still quite a bit off of the price of whatever that we're going to purchase. What I've been looking at is right around, I think, $100. So we're down to 80. You know, we're getting close to being able to purchase that. I could use my own funds, but like I want this to kind of be an experience that the chat and everything has the ability to, you know, influence or upgrade certain components to what we're doing here. So yeah, I appreciate everything that you guys sent. Give me about 10-15 minutes just to take a break, possibly go get some food, and then we'll be back on in probably at the most 30 minutes. Might have to drive down the road to grab something to eat, okay? All right, thank you guys. Yeah, we got to hydrate.